Good morning, our dear viewer. Pleasure to have your company this lovely Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for choosing the national broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde. We're coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. Good to know that you're following up this particular series, interesting episodes that we bring for you each and every single morning. That is to do with celebrating the women. That is what we're yet to do for this very episode. Journey's still on right away from the month of March up until now, as we continue to celebrate the women in their various fields. Well, this morning I have an interesting panel, I'm joined by Sarah Atim. She's into the bakery world from Edna's Oven. They deal in all snacks of breakfast, dinner, and parties, all kinds of snacks. Remember, they have magic hands. The women have magic hands. She'll be letting us know if she's able to share her secret ingredient. Well, away from that, I also have another interesting lady this morning on my panel. That is Businje Maureen Lala. She's a travel influencer and content creator, breathtaking Uganda. Well, these women from tourism, from aviation, from health, it's been a great journey, and I'm always lucky and blessed to have interesting stories come through from these ladies. And away from tourism, we had the best biomedical student from the health department, from ICE itself, what hinders them, what needs to be done for them to have a conducive environment. And we've had their complaints come through, and I am sure those in high authority are also taking notes. Yes. So they're safe with us here, letting us know what needs to be done for them to have a conducive environment. Well, that's our talk of discussion this morning. If you're out there and trying to figure it out, you want to get into a bakery, you want to be an entrepreneur as a woman, or you're interested in tourism, and for the parents out there trying to figure it out for their children, once we listen to such aspirations coming through and why they definitely chose that particular path, it's an inspiration to us. It enables us to place our best foot forward and live a purposeful life. My name is Sandra once again, and joining me this morning, just next to me, I have Sarah, and at the extreme end, I am having Lala. You're most welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Good morning, Sarah. How have you been?
I've been so fine. Good morning.
Okay. And, well, you'll be letting us know if you can share your secret ingredient and why you took that particular path. Well, Lala, how is your morning?
Good
and
morning,
how have you been?
Sandra, good to be here. Good to see you.
Tell us more about you.
Lala, I'm a traveler, first of all. I take it to be as a passion, but it's my business as well. I'm into the travel business. I'm a content creator, and as well as I work with Breathtaking Uganda as the sales manager in charge of digital marketing. Yeah, that's the part of me in the tourism world, and I'm an influencer as well. Yes.
Well, what you're doing at the moment, is it that maybe you were shaped from childhood and you're like, this is who I want to turn out to be, or maybe you have role models you grew up watching, or maybe your parents were like, you know, Lala, this is you?
Not at all. I think it is within me that from the start I've always loved nature. I've always loved traveling. I've always loved going to new places, learning new cultures, facing new people. So it was within me. I started paying for it, going for these trips. I finally realized I could make some money out of it, and I decided to venture into the business. Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. You'll be letting us know some of the places that you've been to.
Yeah, definitely I will.
Okay, Sarah, just moving to you. I know you love what you're doing and you're so passionate. You're back thinking about all the people that you want, the people you want to inspire as you do your baking. How come you took that particular path?
About baking, it's like a generational disease. Like, my grandmother was a baker, is still a baker. My mom is a baker, my aunt is a baker, her sisters, they are bakers. So it's so unfortunate, like you be in the baking area and you don't learn. So because I was with bakers, I was like, how can I be a baker's daughter and I don't know how to bake? I should also bake. I should learn how to bake. It was a passion from childhood because I saw my grandmother doing it and she kept encouraging us. My mom kept encouraging us. When we went to stay with the aunties, they still kept encouraging us. So because of that, I got that passion. And because of baking, I saw them, I love interacting a lot with people. So because of that, I was like, if I do baking, I think I'll have more people to talk to, more people to meet and change maybe their lives through baking. So that's why I took the path. Yes, I love it.
Okay, so you went ahead professionally to get to learn much more, and have you inspired those around you, maybe your other siblings, because it's within, it's right from home.
Yes, I've inspired them.
And you love your photocopies, your daughters to also do the same?
Yes, they should do it. They should. My siblings are so inspired by me, because whatever I do, they have to hope. Like, we have different departments in the baking field. Like, I give them to beat eggs, I give them to whisk, I give them, so that when they're doing that, they're like, oh, I want to be like Sarah, I need a bakery, I need this, when I also grow up and reach her age. So seeing them inspired makes me feel like, yeah.
They start planning.
Yes.
You know, we look at other continents, other nations out there, different tribes, different walks of life, and you look at them and you admire them. You wish you had that same path for your own families, like the succession plans, business to business from generations, like you put it. What would you advise other parents out there? Because for one, it would be like, we're doctors, we are lawyers. That is the path we're supposed to be all taking. And at the end of the day, they may be forced. But there are those who own businesses, and they want the young people in their families to take on that same path. What would your advice be?
I would advise people to always have like side businesses. Professionally, I'm a baker, but I'm also a software developer. So in that field of baking, it's like making your side income. You don't depend on this job. So I would really advise parents to always tell their kids to have these hands-on skills. If it is not the white-collar jobs, what basic skill do you have to stand out there in that company you have? Because for me, where I study, because I'm still a student at WIT, Women in Technology, that's the skill that stood out. Like, everyone knows I bake. Everyone knows I do this. Yes. So because of that skill, I've got an opportunity like to supply to my institute and to supply to other corporate places because of referrals from them. They'll be like, I have my student, she can bake, she can do this, she can make this. Maybe you take a sample of hers. Yes, so I really encourage parents to keep on taking those hands-on skills and to encourage their children to have them with them. Yes.
Wow, beautiful. I just moved to you, Lala. Yes, right into tourism, very exciting. Each and every single day you're learning so many things, I suppose. Tell us about your journey. How has it been like for you, for a woman in that sector?
My journey hasn't been that smooth. And I can tell you, as you have passion for something, you get to learn every day. You find yourself in a position whereby you're challenged every day. Yesterday I was somewhere and I realized I thought I knew Uganda more than anyone else. But I realized every time I travel, I see something else. There's so many challenges in this business, but the only way you can overcome them is to love what you're doing. In the first place, you can overcome something the moment you feel like, I have to do this. So if you get a challenge and you don't have that passion, there's no way you can overcome it. This business is out there, and the only way you can overcome the challenges that come with it is by having the passion, is by loving what you're doing. Yes.
And the places you've been to? More so starting from where you were and you were challenged?
Places I've been to in Uganda, Sandra, I must have been almost in every district. Yes, I've been in almost every district. I've been in almost every game park. I've been in almost every forest. I've been almost to every river. I've been to almost every mountain. You know, Uganda has very many mountains. Sandra, how many mountains do you know?
The one who studied in school.
I know how many. I would like you to. I'd like you to tell me how many mountains do you think we have in Uganda?
That depends on each district. At least I know where I come from. I've gone to the Rwenzori. There's no way you can be there and without get to fail to know where you come from. At least I've been there.
Okay, let me shock you right now. We have more than 2,800
2,800
in Uganda. Yes, please.
In all the districts.
Yes. Yes, but you know, the ones that you know very well, like you said, Renzori.
The one we know in school.
But
you go
you
cramming,
yeah.
Mount Elgon. You go cramming, you have to pass your examinations.
Yes, literally, there are very many. We have very many rivers. We have very many lakes. Yes.
Not even missing out the bird species themselves.
The bird species, we have more than, 1,000? Yes, 1,000 birds. We have a lot, actually it's 1,086. And forests, we have more than 500. So it's a big world. If it's a big, like it's Uganda that you see in a small map, but if you ask me where I have been, I can't say I've been to all these places, but at least I've had a taste of most of
each
the places.
Corner.
Yes,
each corner.
And every time I discover something new. Yesterday I was in Kagadi and I realized, hey, there's some beauty out here, like a lot of nice and green scenery. And thanks to the government, the roads are so beautiful. So every time you feel like you really, really want to go out there and see, and having that passion of looking at things and loving them and appreciating them. If you're not selfish, you would want to sell these things to others, because there's something that I see and I'm like, I really badly want someone else to see it. So in most cases, I'm not out there to make the money, but I'm out there to give people some satisfaction, because every time they see something, they appreciate and they're like, Lala, wow, this. So I have people who are like, no, you left us, but whenever you are telling them, guys, let's go.
They get jealous.
Yes.
But then what holds them back? When
you share the content, they're like, I wish you told me, you left me.
So what happens? What holds them back? Because at the end of the day, since they're all Ugandans, we're trying to find out why they're not into the tourism bit.
Yes,
they're not excited to go out and travel.
I've always tried to, but like I said, I'm an influencer. And they always ask you, is there a vibe? What? You know, Ugandans, they in most cases, they really want something that has vibe, something dubbed with a little bit of music. It's a few people that want to appreciate nature in silence. So in most cases, you'll tell them, and they will see it like a money-making thing, like wasting time and all that. And the moment they see pictures, they see people who left them behind, that is when they will come to you and they're like, you should have told me that it is exciting. And I'm like, I tried to. So it's very hard for you to convince someone, but in most cases, those that go and test, they will never leave the road.
So away from the complaints coming through that maybe it could be expensive to travel, the other issues are like they want a bit of vibe. So we need to put some bit of entertainment or vibe when it comes to tourism to encourage our fellow Ugandans to go to such places.
It is always there, because like the group trips we usually make, in our budgets, we sort it down, like we try to bring down the prices for everyone to afford, because according to where you are going, or which place you're going to, the lodge you're sleeping in, and other things, other activities you're doing, that is the cost of the trip. So in most cases, people don't look it in that, like at that in that way. Someone be like, yes, I've been to Ginger. I know there is Ginger, transport is 10K, it is okay. But there is that Ginger that you don't know. And you won't go there yourself and know it without me. You understand? So there is something that I bring out of a place that you never knew, and you get to appreciate it with paying me the money for me to do it for you. Yes.
So at least you have to accept the other Ugandan to benefit and make some money.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you're also getting something.
Yes.
You're going to learn and, you know,
it gives me the satisfaction. It gives me the satisfaction. Yes, I will make some money, but it will give me the satisfaction of letting other people
get to know what Uganda is all about.
Yes, we teach ourselves, and maybe I grow myself as well. Now from there, as I start, because we start from little things, so you keep on growing. You find yourself, your company has grown. You have vehicles, you have what, and that is like this local tourism. It's like something that assists us to also get content, to also grow our websites, to also let other people outside the world know, and then get more recommendations. In case someone comes in, they know that they're coming for this, and these people have been here and here, so they are experienced enough.
Okay.
Yes.
So for someone out there, if Lala is really inspiring to you, just know you're supposed to be into that place, or be to those places, and know what you're selling out to the other people who are not in Uganda, know what Uganda is all about before you go out inviting others or selling to them what Uganda is all about. You have to take part, have the network, and you grow step by step. Amazing. Just moving to Sarah right here. Has the baking world paid you? Do you have some bit of returns? You're a student, and you're into software as well. You're doing so many things at the end of the day. As a woman, magic hands, what do you expect? You always expect good things from women. Has it paid you at the end of the day? Because someone out there will be like, maybe a bakery, don't I have to sit and wait for like about 2 years to get my returns?
No. For the baking, it has really brought me returns. First of all, when you're in the baking field, you should know your quality, what you're giving to the people out there, and you set your standards. Like for me, everyone knows my cakes start from 100. Those are the normal flavors. But there are these flavors that are very expensive, like fruits, fruit cake, velvet, banana cake, those ones I start them at 150, sometimes even 180. It depends. So really it has brought me a lot of income. It just depends on how you market it out there and how you price your things. Yes, there are very many people who are going to come to you saying, I went to the other bakery, they sell it at this price, why are you this amount? You have to stand your grounds and you tell them, me, my cakes start from 100. I know what I'm selling, I know the quality, and I know when you eat it, you will surely come back to buy more. So there is no way you're going to lower me to that price of that person, or there is no way I'm going to accept that because you have told me. I have to stand my ground. And because I've set myself those limits and so on, I see income coming. Yes.
Okay, away from the complaints of the client saying you're too expensive, and then you have to convince them, depending on the raw materials that you're using and all that. How tough has it been like for you?
It has been so tough.
Oh, how easy?
It has been so tough in such a way that, first of all, I'm a student. You have orders that you feel like turning down. Then you think of the money. You're like, should I really turn down this cake, or should I take it on? So you have to plan. You're like, I need this money. So when should I bake? So what I tell my clients is, when you want a cake, inform me 3 days, 1 week earlier, so that I plan, I schedule. I do not have to chop classes. I don't have to miss my classes because I have a cake. No, you tell me in advance, I plan it, and I deliver it at that period that you need. That's what I do. Yes.
Well, Lala, you've been to most of the corners. Yes. I know there's very interesting bird species, beautiful colors, not the mammals themselves, the mountains and the hills. Yes. If she asked you which kind of structure, maybe the style of cake she would bake for you, what would you go for? A big mammal, the big five?
If I had to make an order of a cake from her, my friends have 2 names for me, and they compare me to two animals, one bird and another one is an animal, a giraffe. So actually I'm from reading something, it's like, oh, my giraffe is on TV. So they call me a giraffe, and they call me a secretary bird. So the secretary bird is this bird that is so beautiful, with long legs, tall, and it has these beautiful colors, like it has done makeup. Maybe the way I look like right now. So I would want something part of the nature, like a cake with a view of the folds, like folds. You know, I don't know, use corners or something. Yes. Or a giraffe. I don't know how you can do that. Or a bird. So I would order that kind of cake.
So are you able to go for the challenge? How do you choose your designs?
Most times I ask for the clients. What do they need? Now she has told me hers. I'll come up with it. I can say a giraffe. What colors are they? Should I design the cake in a giraffe form, or should I add a giraffe has one of the I don't know how to tell you, but like they are always like when you're making a Ben 10 cake or you're making those Elsa cakes for babies of the cartoons, you make sure you have that picture of Elsa and the sister. So since she loves animals, either I make a giraffe cake, like a whole giraffe, or I just add that part of the statue that has a giraffe, and the cake is flowery, natured, like it's nature around it. Yes. So she feels it. She's like, oh, first of all, the nature. Then my giraffe.
Trust me, I wouldn't cut it.
And the flavor itself.
Look at it.
And the flavor itself, would it be okay, lemon or banana-like?
It depends also.
It depends on someone's taste.
Nature. There are those flavors which remind you of nature. When you eat them, you're like, I think I'm in Ginger right now at the falls. Yes.
I think we're going to do something together. I feel like you can understand me, and I can understand you as well.
Yes.
Well, for someone out there who wants to be like you, be an influencer, proud of their country, and they want to put it out there. Maybe they want to start. They have like maybe a tour company or something, but they want to get better.
Usually we have groups. We have many groups, and everyone in the tourism business, not everyone, but most of the people have tried to push others. So you'll find me, I work for Breathtaking Uganda, but you find me wearing Lambra merchandise, or you find me wearing Villa Cars merchandise, and we push ourselves. So someone who has already started, most of them know what to do, but you can't do it on your own. Usually you have to go for these farm trips, you have to talk to others, you have to join these WhatsApp groups, you have to be on Twitter and push others. The moment you push someone, they also push you. So you can't do it on your own. And if you want to start like from scratch, you're also starting, you have to have the love. You have to start traveling, you have to join all these trips, you have to appreciate the moment you even get out of your house. You need to appreciate the first butterfly you see. You need to think beyond and say, I can sell this to someone. What if I just grow these flowers and invite people to come and see my flowers? So tourism is on everything. Everything. Even in Kampala here, Sandra, I can take you somewhere, you'll be shocked. Just here in Kampala without getting out of Kampala, because you'll find a very conducive environment, very nice food, and you'll be like, oh wow. So starting up something, you need to learn and give yourself space for improvement, and ask questions, make friends. Someone was telling me I'm a celebrity because every town I go to, big or small people, they always la 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 la. So I'm like, oh wow, I put myself out there and I always smile and I make sure people like me. I make sure I get something from people. I make sure that even if I came to your hotel and I have my clients, I'll be like, yeah, we'll be working together, of course. And you see what I will have done for you, because after that I will just talk about the hotel where I've been, and I will send you clients more and more. So next time I come to you and I'm like, I know this budget is what I have, then you'll be like, it's you, Lala, it's okay. You understand? So when you're starting up something, first of all, love it. Follow others, ask, and get involved. You find yourself starting what you want to start. Yes.
Well, our journey started with appreciating women and celebrating women in ICT. How do you incorporate ICT in your day-to-day work? Because I know you have to put yourself out there. The places you've been to, they look at the pictures and they admire and fancy.
This is something that is very, very important. Very important. Actually, without it, we wouldn't grow. We were celebrating World Chimpanzee Day last week on Friday. We were in Ngamba Island, and the network was really down. Like network data, we wouldn't, you know. At some moment, for a few hours that I stayed there, I felt like, oh my God, like I badly want to post this. I badly want to post this. So with technology, you find yourself in a position of even working from home. So it's incomparable. Even if you have everything, without technology, you cannot do anything. Yes, it's a modern world and everyone uses their phone. Yes.
Okay, well, Sarah here will tell us more. I think she would definitely agree with you. She's still a student and she's into the software developing world. Tell us more about the benefits women can tap, or maybe the tech world itself, us all embracing what is there for us in store when it comes to ICT.
When it comes to ICT, I don't know, but I think everyone should really embrace ICT. It has come at the right moment whereby the world is just crazy. Now for me in ICT, it has helped me so much in such a way that you have to think fast. You know, ICT keeps changing, technology keeps changing, and you have to keep moving with the growing technology. If you lag behind, trust me, someone will tell you something and you're like, when did it come out? You're like, you're outdated. So you have to keep on track. So because of ICT, I feel like the world is evolving every day and you have to keep growing with that world, because the moment you stop growing, oh my God, there is a baker always, one in the early 2000s, he stopped baking because of the changing trends in the baking field. He was like me when I was baking. I was trained by those white missionaries. You see, when they came, they trained us these recipes. Now you're telling me this type of recipe. I can't change from mine. And he just stopped baking and went into the farming field. He was like, I think let me go this side. So that is how ICT is. If you're not fast, I think you should go to the village.
Yet we also want to bring them on board.
I think for them they will be so inquisitive to learn the current technology. But because for you have failed, I think you should go back.
How is the course itself? Because there's some courses or some places or some jobs, and then you're like, totally speaking, those ones are for men, we cannot manage. But here you are and you're doing the software
About the course, as long as you love something, I don't see any reason why you would be like, this course is for men. When I was taking into that course, it's not what I wanted. I was in Makerere, I did statistics. But like, when you compare statistics and technology, I thought of it, I'm like, let me test this field.
You don't want to lag behind.
I do not want to lag behind. And when I jumped into that field, I don't regret taking a step. I just want to keep adventuring it. I have to grow with it. I have to love it. And I just feel like my siblings should embrace it also. Yes, when they reach
Is it affordable?
campus.
Is it accessible? Monange, they'll be like, we have to sell land at home for you to get into, to enroll in that particular course.
This course, I'm so grateful to the founder because it's on a scholarship. It's fully funded. The only thing you cater for is your transport, your lunch.
And have a good brain.
Yes. And for you to be qualified or to be admitted, you have to have passed math. So if you failed math or sciences, you can't go there. So because of that, because of such an opportunity, it's for ladies, specifically ladies who have performed very well in sciences. They can't go to the university and they need someone to lift them up. So it is there in Kamocha. Just have to come with your good results. Convince the board that this course, I shall take it for the 2 years I'm there and come out a software developer. Yes, so you have to love it.
Easy out for you to get into the job market itself? Okay, you're still a student.
I'm still a student.
Well, wish you all the best, and the fact that you're a woman and you're balancing the entrepreneurship skills at the end of the day and embracing the young ones also to take part. Good stuff.
Yes.
Well, when it comes to tourism, what needs to be done away from the people are like, we see pictures and like Lala was here, Lala visited this mountain, and they try to admire,
Yes.
and I wish they had traveled with you.
Yes.
I think it's a general outcry, or maybe it's a wake-up call to all of us. What needs to be done when it comes to, I know there are expos that have been organized, encouraging us to sell more of our nation
Yes.
to the rest of the other continents,
Yes.
but also selling it to the individual. You sell it to Sarah here, to maybe your neighbor. Kagadi is very beautiful, good
Yes.
vegetation. What do you think needs to be done?
On my part, something that needs to be done in tourism, most of it is I implore the government, because we are facing a challenge of huge taxes, and there are some impassable roads, you know, and some things are literally made hard for us in this business, to the point that you are almost giving up. But like on an individual basis, what you need to do is you have to first grow. Most people go into this business to make money, and when you go with this thirst of wanting to make money, you will fall easily. All you have to do is first grow.
That is for the tour operators,
yes,
tour guides?
Yes, tour operators. When you first grow and you gain the trust of your clients, that is, if you tell your clients, I'm taking you people to UBC. We are going to pass through this road. We are going to do, you just give them the itinerary, like spot on, and whatever you told them is what you should deliver. So on your part, on someone that is having like, who is into that business, that is the biggest part you have to do. You gain customers' trust. You do what you're supposed to do. Then the profits that come through, put it back. First grow. Don't rush. You've made money, then you want to go for the fancy cars. Now you also want to, you know, kusasanya, you want to. So in most cases, people fall in that way. But apart from that, if you're into it and if you follow all the rules, if you register well, if you you know, you market yourself very well, you can make it. Apart from the huge taxes, apart from these things we face on the road, apart from, you know, some things we can't avoid, nature, accidents, what I think the biggest part to be done is individually, like every individual, as they are doing their thing, they should be having that discipline, as we cry on to the government to, you know, give us a helping hand on some of the things that challenge us. Yes.
Well, has your journey paid you?
Sorry?
Have you gotten returns so far, or you would wish to be somewhere else?
Right now, since I'm working for myself as well, but I'm working with someone right now, and my journey is just starting. I can't say I've been in it for years, but I feel like my journey is still starting, because I have room for growth and I'm just getting started. I can tell you that. I can't tell you I'm there, because there are many things that I want, but I'm just getting started.
Okay,
yes.
Amazing, because I wanted you to speak to someone out there, because usually when they get out of school, they want to straight away get into the job market, and they expect a salary to come through, forgetting there's some months of training, months of probation, of growing yourself. There's certain things that come through with that whole process that you're taking to get to where you would really wish to be, having a good paycheck, doing what you've studied in school professionally,
yes.
What you love at the end of the day that you're passionate about. The one thing is to definitely be pay, like it's payback. I don't want to waste more time. You get it? Not the parents, not that maybe the parents could be putting them on pressure, that I invested in you, so you're supposed to be having a job. Here I am sick, you're supposed to be taking care of me. I invested in you. They might not even have such pressure, but they want things to get done, you know?
Usually when you get out of school, immediately, okay, we all have plans. When you're a kid, you're like, when I finish senior 6, I'll join Makerere. Basically, Makerere is like university. Everyone calls university Makerere. So you'll be like, yes, I'll join Makerere. I'm going to learn this, and then I'll get a job. Everyone is very sure I'll get a job. But when you look around right now, most of the people are not doing what they studied for. All you have to do is to have this mature mind, is to focus on what is going to bring me money. Yes, I need an education. I need to study this. I need to study IT. I've gotten the education. What next? Look for a job. I didn't get a job, or the job was paying less, but I can get 200K, go to her, or 1 million, go to her. She teaches me how to bake. My mom or dad can give me small capital and I start. Let me tell you, this baking business, I don't know how she's taking it serious, but I have friends who have bought cars from it. They sell cakes every day. They sell cupcakes every day, and these cakes are expensive. This is someone that brings in more than 1 million in a week. And the more you design your cakes, your flavors, what they recommend. So people have birthdays every day. People are giving themselves gifts every day. So you find yourself that this education you got, like whatever you studied for, you are adding on your education right now, but you find yourself at a moment whereby you're like, wow, let me just do my own thing of a bakery. Yes, I have the papers, but I'm good at this. So you have to focus on what you're good at. Are these things of like, I studied this, now I'm done, I've graduated, a job has to be ready. You're going to spend very many years on the street looking for a job. You had a chance of doing something else, starting up something else. So you have to be innovative. Right now, ladies, you have to be innovative. See money in everything. Yes.
Wow. Sarah, right here. Would you love to add a voice to the advice that is coming through from Lala?
Yes, she's very right. She has said it. I don't even want to add because she has said it all. Yes, you should learn. For me, when I was starting baking, my mom taught me. My grandmother was there, my aunties were there, but I felt like it wasn't enough. So we also have like training seminars for the bakers where you go and add a skill. 50K. You go and learn something better. It is always good to add something on top of what you have, so that in case they come this time, they're like, oh, last time I bought your cake when it was like this. Wow, today it's so better. What did you do? And you're like, yeah, where I learned from, where I added that skill. Maybe you don't know how to do that design outside well. You can bake, you can do everything, but you don't know how to ice. You don't know how to decorate. That means you're hiring someone. That's already an expense. So instead of you hiring someone, why not go and train, learn how to decorate the cake, and come back, and everything is coming back to you. And she's right. When you're starting a business, you shouldn't anticipate for profits. First grow. When we were starting our bakery with my mom, we first grew. We had to grow. It has been there for 7 years. We had to grow. For the first 3 years, we almost shut down. We're like, what are we doing? Is it worth it? But we had that mindset of, let's first establish ourselves. When we have established ourselves properly, then we can start anticipating the profits and gaining from the profits. Don't rush. Don't start a business and you're like, I'm not seeing any profit. No. Take your time. Business needs patience. If you're that person who wants to grow in just months, trust me, you will just see business not there. So she's very right.
Okay, for someone who wants to be in that particular world that you're enjoying right now, how can they start? Do I need to know how to mix the dough and all that? Or maybe quickly buy the oven. I can afford the oven, so I quickly go get the oven. I get space. How is it like?
When I started with my mom, it was easy. When I started my own, oh my God, it was so hard. I didn't have an oven. I didn't have a mixer. I didn't have flour. I didn't have anything. But we have a charcoal oven at home. My mom was like, start with that one. She was like, don't touch my mixer. Use your hands, use a mingling stick, mix it until the dough is okay for the cake. I was like, what? I almost wanted to stop. You don't have to start expensive. You can even use a charcoal stove to bake. That's how I started. You don't need an oven. Those are some of the future, like the future, how do I call them? Future growth, like when you're planning. You're like, in future, I'll buy an oven. But you can start, remember you're just starting, so you'll not have very many clients, no. Start with that charcoal. I remember my mom gave me one pack of flour, that 2 kgs. She gave me prestige. She measured for me 1 kilogram.
Like spoon feeding.
No.
You have to step into the water.
And she told me, don't touch my things. Don't touch. She gave me 1 packet of baking. Some flavors, like if I was to calculate, I didn't go above 50,000. And she told me, when you grow, pay me back my money. It wasn't easy.
So it's as if you started on a date, on a loan.
It was a serious loan with my mom. It was, and I didn't want, and you don't want to let her down. You're like, oh, why? Let me start. So when I baked my first, when you're starting cupcakes, you always start with cupcakes. So I started with my cupcakes. I was excited. She tested. She's like, you're there. I'm like, okay. So start slowly.
And then the clients, so you decided to look for the clients to buy the cupcakes.
They were my friends, so I don't hear
they have to buy by force.
They have to buy. So that when I'm hearing them telling me, oh Sarah, who did this? I tell them it's me, and they also get inspired. So it was my friends. I told them, I've made some cupcakes for this amount, 1K each. They're like, oh, come, bring. So I took for them. They were so excited. Very happy to test my products, and because of that I kept making cupcakes. Then one time it was my friend's birthday and they were like, we need a cake. I'm like, oh my God, I've never tried a cake. My mom is like, the book is there, the recipe book is there, I believe in you, start. I got my mingling stick again until the cake came
Not yet
out.
at the level of a mixer and an oven.
Not yet. But now, of course, I had to acquire with time. I have my own. I have my oven, I have my mixer, I have my own carton of flour. Everything I need is there. But I started from scratch. Yes.
I'd love to see your mom. Salute to her who never spoon-fed you. That things can get done at a quicker way.
Yes.
Quicker path. Okay. Just moving to Lala. I know it's never easy. It's not a bed of roses.
Yes.
And especially there are a few men who have been supportive. We salute them for supporting what we do as women. Have you been intimidated? How has the journey been like? Any challenges as a woman?
It's a lot of...
in your space?
It's a lot of challenges for women, because in most cases you have to work for that respect. You have to command the respect, because in most cases someone will be like, a woman who is running this, a woman who's... So in most cases people see through you. They think you're a woman, you can't do it. Yeah, but we fought was that I can do it better than a man. Yeah.
Well, we want, like you earlier on put it, putting yourself out there.
Yes.
So that people get to appreciate and know you and understand you for what you're meant to do passionately. Because at the end of the day, there are results. You deliver. We want the women out there, the women downtown, uptown, in the rural setup, wherever they are, those who can't even use a smartphone, but we want them to get into the ICT space and embrace what is there, because there are returns as well. Want the women, not only those who are working class, or those who have acquired entrepreneurial skills, the housewives at home, the women who have retired, but they're pushing their daughters to move forward, to place their best foot forward. What can we do for ourselves? I don't want us to overdo it, and then they'll be like they're dominating, you know, women empowerment everywhere.
No, don't get scared of that growth. We are there. We are there.
What needs to be done, or what can we do better to be appreciated?
What we can do better is supporting one another. Supporting one another. I have a lady who makes pancakes, and she doesn't have a smartphone like you said, but usually I put them on a very nice plate. I take pictures and I share with my friends, and they tell me, they ask me, where are these pancakes? They look good. You know, you get a picture, edit it, and they always look good and they're tasty. I'm like, yeah, there is a woman here who sells them. So it's like, send me for 5K. The lady gets. So in most cases when she makes nice things, she sends a kid, you go and call Aunt Lala to come and take pictures for me. So in that way, if you have that smartphone and someone has a nice mudala, a lady has a nice food stand, a stall, you can always support them wherever you're buying your things from. I'm employing you right now, where you buy your groceries from. Take a picture and post and give people location. Trust me, people are going to go there and support this woman. So with this technology, when someone doesn't have what they need to do what they're supposed to do, we can push ourselves. Yeah, and in a short while you find this person growing, and she doesn't know where people are coming from. Just having like a small phone and her number, you're like, people don't want to go shopping. In most cases, they send borders. They're like, yes, can you get for me a border? Okay, tomatoes of 10,000, 20K, what? Then they send them to you. So we need to support each other as women and uplift one another, because this is our nation. We are the mothers. Yes.
Don't be like, Lala has made it. And then at the end of the day, she's, you know, I'm a bit short. She stands out tall, and then you being envious instead of supporting your sister.
I always tell people,
because that's how it used to be like. If you had to walk into a store, you're like, there's a lady. I wish the front desk had a man.
Okay, and that comes in with a problem of like, you don't want someone to be better than you. And in this instance, if I have money and I lose the money, you want me to lose the money, you want me to be like you. This money that I've lost is not going to come to you. You understand? So if I lose something, it's never going to come to you. My mom told me something, like, I was like, there's a car I saw, and I was like, wow, where do these people get such cars? And she was like, no, Tokwalima, what you should do is,
where do such people?
Be happy for her, be happy for her, and claim the same vehicle.
Enjoying the league.
So me, I will see your car, I'll be like, wow, I'll get that car. So you like, okay. With that kind of, you know, when you have that kind of mind, you can grow. Yeah, and that's the way we can grow. I don't know if I'll make it enter every woman's mind that if you push the other, someone else is also going to push you. There is passing it on. Yes, because someone else is going to, yes.
A fellow sister will also help you at the end of the day.
Yes.
What is your story, Sarah?
She's very right. For me, like, when I started to supply at the institute, it was one of my lecturers. I just posted my buns, and what had I made that day? And she was like, bring me a sample try at school. So I took. When I took, she liked it. Actually, it was cookies. She was like, wow. So she gave almost everyone to taste.
In class?
At the staff room first.
The staff room?
Yes. So when they tested, they liked it, and they were like, can you supply us? I was like, what? Just like that. Okay. I was like, yes, I can supply you breakfast. That one is very okay with me. And that's how it is. And they support me day by day. Whatever I bring, they buy. Even if it is not nice, they will tell you, what ingredient did you miss today? It's not nice like the way we ate it last time. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I will improve it. Yes. My classmates are so supportive. I make buns, I make cupcakes, I make what? So for weekend, I have weekend orders for buns, donuts, cupcakes. You tell them, bring me 5 packets of buns and 2 for donuts. The other one says, bring me this, bring me that. So they are supporting me. They want to see me better out there. And I also support them. Maybe not like in terms of anything, but I bring them breakfast, sometimes for free. I'm like, Lero, I brought for the whole class.
You bring like a bonus?
Yes, for some of them. So because they have supported me, Lala is very right. We should support one another. Keep pushing people. Keep pushing one another. If you keep stepping on one another, trust me, we shall always remain. Yeah.
So please let the men understand the communities where we live, where we do ministry. It's not that we want to be better than you or we're competing for the space.
No, of course we are not competing for the space. But when you find a woman, let's say you're married, when you find a woman that is doing something, they are being supportive. Whenever you are not there, your kids are not going to do what? Are not going to suffer. So when a woman is uplifted, the whole nation is blessed. Yeah. So they shouldn't think we are. There's some things we cannot do. They are men. There's some things we cannot do, of course, and
we need a helping hand from them.
Yes, exactly. But they shouldn't think that we are taking over. You know, we are going to step on their heads. No, not really, not really. We need to support one another. This is a new world. It's no longer that kind of world. And I've seen something in some cultures in Uganda whereby the women are the ones that work. It really hurts me, and the men out there drinking alcohol, it's the women that give them money
To
to
them
drink
it's
the
normal.
alcohol.
It's their normal. To them it's their normal.
It's their normal. It's their normal. So why would you be jealous of some woman like that who you know is actually responsible for
Struggling.
even giving you money for your local luxury, you know, moments? Yes. So uplifting women is the way to go. Yes.
We need to have some money at the end of the day. Not to just look at the kameza. And then they go like, is your money that different from the men? Is it big like a newspaper size?
Our company is our company.
Well, dear viewer, it's been a pleasure spending time with you. We continue to celebrate the women right here at the National Broadcaster. We love them and wish them all the best. They're magical hands, amazing women, brilliant, as superwomen as always quoted. My name is Sandra, but before we let you go, enjoy your Tuesday and enjoy this very week. Lala has a message for you that you should ponder about as you enjoy your day. If you want to take the footsteps she's walking into, that is far as tourism is concerned, you want to be like Sarah, be a baker out there, or maybe go for a course, a software developing. Yes, they have a message for you. Your words. Okay, words of encouragement or maybe advice. Or what you've enjoyed, your success stories could be an inspiration to someone as they enjoy their day to day.
Your success is going to start within you. Like I said, you need to learn to appreciate yourself and appreciate something you want to go into. I'm not telling everyone out there to go into tourism, no. But if you feel like it's what you want, that is the first step. That is the first step. When you take it like this, you'll be good to go. And right now we are having, as Breathtaking Uganda, we are having partnerships with Miss Uganda, programs, travel programs around Uganda to visit most of the hotels, most of the national parks and all that. So we are out there bringing in more and more sweeteners into the business and making sure that these places are accessible, selling to people hotels that they have not been to. So Breathtaking Uganda right now is in partnership with Miss Uganda, and we are going to start on the journey. We as well do international trips. We have a trip to Zanzibar in December. Yeah, you can check out Breathtaking Uganda social media platforms and you'll be informed, or you can check out Morel Lala on Twitter, Kanungu Juice Mo, I'm from Kanungu. And I can give you, and if you need more tips from me, if you need to ask questions, if you need contacts, Sandra, if you're going somewhere and you're like, I need contacts of a hotel and all that, you can just reach out to me. And I want all women to be uplifted. Thank you.
Reaching out to you, like, it was first Morel, like your socials?
Yes.
Or you have a phone
Morel for the socials, it's MOREAL, then underscore on Instagram, Lala. Then for Twitter, it's Kanungu Juice, then MO, Kanungu Juismo, at Kanungu
The juice,
Juismo. Yes. Okay. Then on Facebook, it's Morel like real, Lala Noella. Yeah, you can reach out to me. But then we have other pages for our company, Breathtaking Uganda. And you just put in Breathtaking Uganda, it will bring you to our website, it will bring you to everywhere, to all our socials open. Yeah.
Wow, breathtaking, all social.
Yes, all social media platforms.
Breathtaking is right there.
Yes.
Okay. Sarah, moving up to you. Edna Oven. Tell us more about Edna Oven. Can we find it on all the socials?
For Edna Oven, that's for my mom. Yes. Mine is called Fresh Bakes and More. Yes.
Fresh Bakes and More.
Yes. Mine, you can only find it on WhatsApp. That's where I advertise them. Yes. My other socials are mainly for my software job. Yes. Twitter, Instagram, mention them. Those are for softwares. Then for business, mainly Facebook and WhatsApp.
You should
the WhatsApp number.
Try and put those cakes out there. Yes, you should create social media platforms.
You're going to really push her
for
so
cake.
hard.
Yes. I'm going to talk to her after this because you are killing your business.
We're going to get a
For us, we order what we see. We wow. Actually, we have teams of wow teams. Yeah.
Before you know it, they're getting into their pocket.
From the 100 wows, you get like 10 orders.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the WhatsApp number?
My WhatsApp number is 0772 979732. I only have MTN.
Okay.
Yes.
Again, 0772
0772 979732. My words of encouragement are just believe in yourself and go for what you love and wish well for others. Yes.
Wow. Beautiful. We had a wonderful time. Wish I had brought cakes. We'll be enjoying cakes right now. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure spending time with you as always when you join us and Choose the National Broadcaster. I'm looking forward to having more of your company. That is tomorrow. The same time, same place from the hour of 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. Well, Lala has been a great inspiration. Thank you for making time.
Thank you.
At the extreme end. And then just next to me is Sarah. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hope to see you very soon.
Again.
Keep lifting Uganda higher and higher and lifting the women higher and higher.
Yes,
God bless you. Thank you so much for watching.